You had mentioned that the conversation never comes up about money, and I will tell you, I made it a point to bring it up. I was in teaching a class to a group of people in Florida, and we were starting to talk about money, and this one particular person was saying, "Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. My parents are going to let me die." And I kind of looked at the room and I said, let me ask people a question here. How many of you in the room are paying for this on your own? And not one person raised their hand. I said, okay, how many people in the room are having their treatment paid for by their parents? Pretty much everybody, raises their hand. And I said, how many people of you just hate your parents so much that, you kind of wish that they were never born and you never had anything to do with them? And a couple of people would raise their hand. I said, so let me ask you a question. I go, do you have any idea how much your parents are paying for this? They go, nah, it doesn't matter. I go, would it surprise you that they were paying somewhere around $50,000 to $60,000 for this? And they would look at me like in shock. And I said, do you have a problem with that number? I said, no, I just never realized that treatment was so expensive. I go, by the way, we're only talking about this treatment. How many of you, is this the first place you've ever been to? And, now guys are starting to think about what this all means. I said, oh, I've been to 2 or 3 places. I said, so answer me this. You hate your parents. They're paying for treatment. Why do you think they're even paying for the treatment? And at this point, they just don't have an answer. I said, I'll give you the answer. I said, the answer is they're paying for this treatment because they believe in you, and they believe that you're going to get well, and they have hope. And for everyone in this room who hates their parents, I would suggest to you that you need to, next time you see them, you need to give them a big hug and tell them how much you love them, because they clearly love you. You may not see it right now. I go, but they could have all turned their backs on you if they chose to, and they didn't. And you have no idea whether they can afford this or not, but they haven't even given it a second thought.